Hey guys, so we normally don't do stuff like this on our channel, but we thought it was like really helpful because we were in a really awful position last night. So we own rabbits, more than one. So first of all, before we start, yes, if your bunny is having a condition, you should see a veterinarian. But this is a video for people that's not an option. So if it's the middle of the night or you're like very far from the veterinarian, you came to the right place. If you suspect that your rabbit is suffering from a GI stasis or severe bloating, gas, it's a very scary thing and it's a very serious condition.
I'm gonna say like how it started. Like,
yeah. So this is our experience with it, first of all.
So in the morning when I was like feeding our rabbits, we have 2 rabbits, and one of the rabbit was not into food. She was not even like looking like what I'm giving.
Which is very not her personality. This rabbit always eats.
Yeah.
Always drinks.
Yeah, and our rabbit's like always like kind of like coming forward to me when I'm feeding them, like what are you gonna give me? Da, da. And like one of our rabbit was far away from that place where I'm feeding them, and I was like, alright, maybe she's full, so I didn't notice anything suspicious. But then in the evening, again, she was not interested in me feeding her, and even though
completely standoffish.
Yeah, even like from the first time in the morning when I tried to feed her, I already suspected something weird, because they always
come to greet, always very happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, oh yeah, let's see. In the evening, the same thing. Then I gave her a little bit of apple, and they always like into this like little like treat or like vegetable or a fruit. And she didn't come forward. She didn't eat an apple. So I was like, okay, that's definitely not right.
Right.
And she was also sitting in a weird position, like.
I think because we watched so many rabbit videos since yesterday, they call it a meatloaf position.
Right.
So the rabbit, if it's an adult, looks like a loaf of bread. They're like in a straight, we'll put a picture up here, but they look like they're like just a dense
eyes like
block.
half closed. Yeah, they don't react to
Something's
any food,
very wrong.
any treats, like nothing. And that would happen. Then I was like, okay, that's not right. Like,
and we started to look into it, and there's like, if you look up rabbit stopped eating, they call it they say GI stasis, and it could be deadly within 10 hours.
Yeah, and
which
we
is
did
very
know,
scary.
Like we do know, like if you have rabbits, you probably never heard about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then after research, we found out that can happen to rabbit. And we were like, is it, that's what's going on with a rabbit?
So
like, is it? Like,
and so we looked into that, and we looked at the symptoms, and it was rabbit is in loaf of bread, meatloaf position. And okay, next thing that you should do is you examine the rabbit. So they tell you to feel the abdomen.
Yeah.
And like it might be a big fat rabbit, but you can tell the difference. If you go like right underneath its like elbows, like if it's sitting like this, you feel its belly. Our rabbit's belly felt like a full balloon.
Yeah,
like
being
it's
fat
still
is,
squishy, but it's not fat.
Like being fat is one thing, but if you feel like it's like a balloon, and it has like air in it, and it's like weirdly like
she was
big and
crazy
also, like,
bloated, not eating,
not eating,
eyes,
not drinking.
Nothing.
Really big.
No personality.
Then it's an emergency.
But that's where we got scared because we were watching all these other YouTube videos where it said, if that's happening, you have a couple hours to get your pet to the vet or they're going to die.
But that
was not an option for us last night when this was happening.
And like for people who can, like if you can afford to go to vet, like yeah.
If it's not an option.
Yeah, but if it's not an option, because it is expensive, and if you can't afford it, do it. But for like people who like can't like afford to go to emergency, especially if it's like middle of the night, kind of situation.
In our case, it was the middle of the night.
the middle of the night. Then that's good steps that would help us.
Yeah, so this
That would
is
help
exactly what we did to save our rabbit last night. So we recognized that our rabbit Snowball, who's about a 4-year-old female, had this lethargy. She was sitting in the corner. Her eyes did not look right. She would not eat. She would not drink, which is very uncharacteristic of her. Like I said, if you felt under the belly, it feels like a full balloon.
Not normal,
it's very,
weird,
very
yeah,
scary
yeah.
thing. So, if getting to a vet is not an option because either you're very far from a vet or you're broke or it's the middle of the night.
Right,
Like in
right,
our
right.
case,
Yeah.
this is what you have to do. This is what we did. So we went to, it was about 2 a.m. We went to the 24/7 pharmacy.
Yeah.
You buy baby gas.
Drops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with no flavor, and we did like lots of research before doing that. We were just like, we didn't know what to do, so we were doing like a bunch of research,
We
like
probably
bunch
took
of
longer
videos.
than we should have, but
Yeah.
now we know.
Now we know.
Yeah. But so it's called simethicone. It's for
We're gonna put
infant
the
humans.
picture,
Yeah, I'll put it. But it's for infants with gas. So you buy that. It's about $10. You gotta give the bunny, the rabbit. You have to syringe feed them
And syringes
once an hour.
included in the box.
Yeah,
So
once
you
an
don't need to buy
hour for
separately.
3
it's
hours.
included. Yeah.
So you force feed them the simethicone. They take it down. Blah blah blah. Once an hour, 3 hours. So by this time it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So when the problem with bunnies is if they stop eating, it could be deadly because the digestive tract stops
Something-
working.
Yeah.
There's no metabolism happening anymore. So that's why they die. So what you want to do at this point is there's this thing called critical care, which is basically liquid food Pedialyte for a bunny.
Like baby food, kind of like the puree that you can like insert with this syringe. Yeah.
And force feed them. In our case last night, that was not an option because it was about 4 a.m. You could order on Amazon. You could go to Petco. Blah blah blah.
You put the gas drops, and like we did lots of research. It says that what you need to do.
The massage is good too because
massage, gas drops, and also the critical care if they haven't eaten for like 12 hours, and that would happen.
Something that we learned later because we were learning in real time as our rabbit was dying. We were learning in real time. They need to be hydrated.
Yeah.
So you should be taking that syringe and giving them water because they don't want to drink, they don't want to eat. You have to force feed them water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be doing that number 1, right? So gas pill for gas liquid for babies, water, and then they also to restart their metabolism.
That would help us. We don't know if it's 100% correct.
That's how Snowball lived.
But that's our personal experience, and she made it. So that's what our guts told us, because she hadn't been eating for 12 hours or even more.
And the fuckers on the internet said like, if they don't eat for 10 hours, they're as good as dead.
Yeah,
that's
like
not our experience.
Like
I said, we're not veterinarians, but this is what saved our pet.
Exactly, it's our personal experience. We're not vets or anything like that.
We knew we
knew
that we had to get the Snowball eating again. So everyone said critical care, critical care, critical care. It was not an option for us to get critical care at 4 a.m.
Yeah, even like.
So we looked at another video, and this very smart woman said like DIY critical care. So basically what it was, if you take some pellets, like your rabbit pellets, normal food, and you put warm water, and she was using a pumpkin puree, like what you would use to make dog food. We didn't have that. We had a little banana. So what we would do is we took pellets, soaked it in hot water, and about like a spoonful of banana, mixed it into like a baby
she
food.
said that pumpkin came.
Yeah,
like
pumpkin,
organic
baby
pumpkin,
food.
like a baby food, but we didn't have that.
Yeah,
you know,
of course
it was
we didn't have it.
emergency, so yeah.
So.
Now she's eating hay, so she's okay. But what
no,
happened?
I'm talking about I think it was dead. But yeah, so basically.
No, she's not dead. She's just laying. It's like she's so relaxed.
So we made it into a paste, and we force fed Snowball, who did not want to eat.
Not at
She
all.
was pissed off.
Yeah.
She did not want to eat, but we knew it was life or death. So you force feed them to eat this puree in combination with the baby gas medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And we were saying goodbye to Snowball last night. Come 7 a.m. We went to bed. We said our goodbyes.
But we did force you to eat this puree made out of pellets. And it's also, like, we did research and it says that you're not supposed to give them pellets because it's too dry.
Yeah.
But if you can't buy critical care, you can make it out of the pellets, but you need to make it wet.
Yeah.
Like puree, kind of.
So in combination with the wet pellets and the banana.
We had banana.
We just happened to have banana. We didn't have anything
You're supposed to make it puree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we force fed her. And we a lot, you know. And I thought she was gonna die.
Yeah, me too.
It was very fucking scary. Eyes all sunken in, the whole business.
She wasn't
if you ever
moving.
had small
she
pets,
moving.
it's very
Yeah.
fucking
She
scary.
wasn't reacting to anything.
Yeah. We forced her to eat because we thought, you know.
But after we gave her a bit of water, she was kind of reacting to water and she started to drink water bowl. Not the bottle, the bowl.
Yeah.
So I think hydration. Forcing her to
Hydration. Hydration mixed with the baby gas medicine and critical care. Either you have critical care or you make your own. Reminder, if you don't have critical care, if it's an emergency, you could take pellets, warm water, and some kind of fruit.
Vegetable fruit.
We used banana.
Yeah.
You mix it up. It looks like baby food. It fits in the syringe.
That will help us.
You shoot it down the mouth.
Yeah.
We went to bed. We said our goodbyes. It looked really fucking scary, but what are we gonna do? It's 5 a.m. on a Saturday. We fell asleep. We woke up 9 a.m. She looked way better, but still not eating.
Yeah, and then like I noticed her eating green leaf, specifically arugula. She was eating arugula. She was not into hay. She was eating arugula, and then like I tried to feed her hay. She wasn't eating it.
She was getting mad. She was like taking the hay, arugula, and she was like chewing and throwing it.
And I mixed arugula and hay, and she was still picking arugula. But I was like, oh my god, that's a good sign because she's eating
when you
vegetable.
woke up.
Yeah, because it's a good sign.
When
She's
Arena
eating.
woke up,
She's eating.
9 a.m. She was eating a little arugula, still no hay.
Yeah.
Now the most
But
important.
she was eating.
The most
That's
important
the most
thing
important,
to remember when it's GI stasis or bloating or gas, whatever the fuck it is in rabbits, the most important thing, they need to start eating.
Yeah.
So they can start shitting.
Right.
And it keeps the metabolism going. Because when it stops, that's when they die.
And again, we're not sure, like also like read some article that said like it might be dangerous to put like food in them because it might like even like block whatever, I don't know what the fuck is going on in their tummy. But also it might help it. So we don't know what to do, but what we knew for a fact that she wasn't eating like for 12 hours at least.
Very
and it's
scary.
really bad for rabbits as we like found out. So we just like went for it and we like tried to feed her, and I think that what worked for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, long story short, 9 a.m. we woke up. Snowball looked a bit better. Still in the same position, but her eyes looked better. She looked like a bit smaller, blah, blah, blah. We went back to sleep.
And 12, I think I woke up and I saw her eating arugula, and I was like, oh my god, she's eating, because that's the sign that they're better when they eat and drink and all that. And I was like, oh my god, she's eating, she's better. She was not
But
eating.
then I asked you, did she shit? And you said,
And I
Actually,
saw
yeah.
a couple of poops, yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
so then we went back to bed. 3 p.m. There was shit all over the cage. Thank God. She was eating. She was like completely back
She was
to
eating
normal.
hay too, so it helped. So, what helped us? Water through syringe
Hydration, critical care.
and the gas, but like in the water, let's say, what's the name of syringe?
Syringe, yeah. So I think the gas,
gas
for babies.
That's what we did ASAP in the middle of the night, and you can do it
And I
like
think that
anywhere
saved
because like
her life,
pharmacy
yeah.
is like 24 hours per 7, and you can do that if you can go to vet.
Yeah.
I think it's doable. Go to pharmacy.
In our research from last night, because we were thinking about going to 24/7 vet.
But we
That's
did lots of
probably
research.
what the vet would have suggested.
Exactly. And we did like all night. We did research
Yeah.
about that kind of situation. So what helped us in this specific situation? We went to the pharmacy, 24/7. Right? Got this
Baby gas
baby
drops.
gas drops. Gave
And
it to
like
her.
that, once again, we put the link here. So
And
you
how
can
much
see.
do we give? Do you remember how much do we give them per
One
hour?
one syringe fill every hour.
Yeah, and then like after 3 times,
You kind of stop after 3
you kind of
hours.
like yeah. But like again, like again, we're not vets.
We're not vets.
We are talking about our personal
Our
experience. What helped us, yeah. And so we did that. I think we did 4 times each hour.
Yeah, so we started
Yeah.
like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4
Then
o'clock.
4, and then we
Said our goodbyes
yeah.
because she
yeah.
looked terrible.
Yeah, but like after we gave her gas drops, first thing, when we suspected something is like not going, like it's not right, gas drops. Then we forced her to drink water
Yeah.
with syringe.
And we started
syringe?
the syringe.
Syringe,
We
yeah.
started water later. Someone should say, because we're not experts, but in our opinion now, when you start to force feed them water, that's when we started to see results. They need to drink. They need to be hydrated.
Yeah.
No one fucking told us.
Yeah, right.
They need to be hydrated.
First time you
Make
gave
them
her,
drink water,
right.
because when they stop drinking water, that's fucking over.
Right. Yeah, everything is shutting down.
Yeah.
And like, when you gave her first time water, she wanted to drink herself.
Yeah.
And she didn't do it before. Like when you forced her to drink water, after that she was looking for a bowl of water and she did drink herself.
So she was drinking by herself.
Yeah.
And
then we forced her to eat this critical care that
Homemade
we made
critical
by
care.
ourselves. Yeah. Because if she hadn't eaten for like 12 hours, as we did research, it said that it's dangerous. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose
so
it
we-
is. But
we
that's
did that,
our
yeah.
experience. So if this happens to you, if you notice that your rabbit is crazy bloated, not eating, in the corner being like
Weird,
not
yeah.
themselves, you should start this as soon as possible.
That's what.
Don't get all
that's what
scared
helped
off
us,
of
yeah.
these fuckers on the internet. Like, yes, go to the vet if you can.
If it's like
If it's
possible,
possible.
affordable, and all that.
If
yeah.
not, go to the pharmacy, get baby gas drops.
Right.
It's called simethicone. Give them it as soon as possible, because I think that's what saved our rabbit's life.
Right.
You give them a big syringe fill. They drink it. They don't want to. Give them a
Force it,
few
yeah.
syringes of water. Keep them drinking.
Right.
Do the massage under the just in the belly
Yeah.
to get things moving again. And
then,
critical care.
like,
They need to eat.
Yeah, either if it's possible by critical care or
If it's not
what
possible,
helped us make it yourself.
pellets, hot water. We used
And-
banana, but you could really
yeah.
use any kind of puree,
Like
fruit,
veggie, fruit.
anything to save your rabbit's life. And just get them eating again.
Right.
Even if they don't like it, you're gonna
Especially
save your rabbit's
if
life.
they hadn't eaten for like real long time.
That's what's
It's not
dangerous
good,
when they
yeah.
stop eating for a long time.
Yeah. And then it helped. And
It saved
she
our
lives,
rabbit's
yeah,
life.
Yeah.
And now
telling
she's,
you honestly,
Our
like
experience.
Our experience, yeah.
No one else says this on the internet. They're very scary.
Yeah.
They say, oh my god, 10 hours?
Yeah.
I think our bunny went longer than 10 hours, unfortunately.
She did.
Yeah. So it's not a death sentence, but start this cocktail of medicine as soon as possible.
And like, we didn't know, to be honest, that it might happen to rabbit, because how the fuck would you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We didn't know.
We didn't know.
We didn't know, to be honest. And now that we know, to prevent this kind of situation, what's it? Stasis?
GI stasis.
Yeah.
So basically, if they eat too much pellets,
Yeah.
there's, as far as I understand, it's not enough fiber. They get backed up. They get like very gassy, and it becomes so uncomfortable for their bellies that they refuse to eat because it. And like on our bunny, like on Snowball, her belly was huge.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
It was
so bad, yeah.
fucking scary. She looked like a big white balloon.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Yeah.
You could feel it, and like the people on the YouTube are saying like massage out, the air. Yeah.
She looked like she's about to die.
She was about to explode.
Yeah.
So.
And to be honest, we still don't completely understand how the fuck that happens, because before we would be feeding her pebbles the same amount as we did before, so we still don't know the exact reason why it happened. But
some people said it just happens even if you buy the most expensive.
Well, they eat them like too fast or something.
They
like, you don't know. So like we
can't
don't.
control
But
that.
I think my personal conclusion that I made out of it, just don't give them too much pebbles.
Yeah.
Like a little.
It should just be and her and I as people that own bunnies, their pets. They like to eat pebbles. We weren't like clued up, so I think we gave them too much pebbles.
Yeah.
Now going forward,
not even crazy much.
Not even
like,
crazy.
Yeah,
we were just kind of like, oh, they're hungry. Keep eating.
Like a little bit of pebbles. Yeah. Once a day. Yeah. Nothing crazy. So now I guess we need to be like.
This is 5 years of being bunny owners. This is the first time we've ever had a thing go on. So, yeah. So if this happens to you,
like, let us know. Leave a comment, and like, if you awake and anything, like if we awake, we will respond.
Yeah. And
if we can help you anyway, we will help.
Yeah. If this ever happens to you, if you can't get to a vet, or it's, very, like, too expensive, do the baby gas drops. It's called simethicone. It's about $10 at any pharmacy. That's number one. Force feed them water. They need to get hydrated. And then as soon as you can, that critical care or homemade, you need to get their metabolism moving again. So you need to make them eat. Yeah. And our Snowball survived. So
our personal experience.
That was our personal experience. It was very scary, and we're very relieved. We'll put in a picture of our bunny somewhere here in this video. And yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you experience. I mean, obviously go to vet if you can, but if you can, and you're concerned and you have like more questions, or if like your bunny is okay, but you might still be concerned about what might happen, let us know, and we try to help you and respond. And it's gonna be based on our personal experience. We had no idea.
The reason that we're making this video is because there was no video like this.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, if you bring them to the vet, or they're gonna fucking die right now. We didn't do that. Yeah. It was impossible. Our pet survived. So, thank you guys. Like and subscribe. I know this is not like our normal content. But thank you for.
But hopefully it will be helpful. For
and I hope that we saved a bunny.
Going through the same thing, or who have a bunny and who has a bunny, and they might wonder what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
GI
stasis.
Yeah. So be aware that might happen.
Be aware.
Yeah.
I guess it's more common than no one told us.